What's up guys, it's Chris Majestic, and today we're taking a look at my pick for the best ultra short throw projector of 2019. So here with us today is the LG HU85LA. So this is a $6,000 4K ultra short throw laser projector. Now you might be turned off by the price tag, but this projector has more features and better quality components than the cheaper options. So this is the third ultra short throw that I've reviewed on the channel, but if you're not familiar with these, they're more appealing to the average consumer because they can sit right on the TV stand in front of the room. This means you don't have to hire a professional installer to run cables in the ceiling, and you can set it up yourself in just a few minutes. Not only that, but with a laser light source, it boots up much faster, there's no bulb to replace, and the picture is nice and bright, which makes it a great option for someone who wants a huge screen in their living room. So considering that an ultra short throw projector sits on a table in front of you, it definitely helps that this projector has a nice, elegant, and modern design. It has a white exterior with gray fabric on the front, and behind the fabric is a pair of 5-watt built-in speakers. There's only one button, which is a joystick style button that's hidden under the bottom right hand side. It can be used to power the projector on or off, adjust the volume, change inputs, and adjust the settings. And also on the bottom are 4 adjustable feet that you'll use to get it aligned on your screen. On the top is a door that I didn't notice at first because I don't RTFM, but behind that door is a focus dial that you'll use to get the image focused on the screen. And of course your ports are going to be on the back, and you get 2 HDMI 2.0 ports, so they both support 4K HDR, 2 USB 2.0 ports that can be used for a keyboard or mouse or to play media, a USB Type-C port for faster USB devices, an optical audio out, an Ethernet port for those of us who don't want to rely on Wi-Fi, and a coax input since this has a built-in TV tuner so you can connect an antenna and get over-the-air TV on it. Okay, so at $6,000, what does the LG have that cheaper 4K ultra short throws don't have? Well, when it comes to specs, the LG is definitely hard to beat. With 2700 lumens, a high-resolution 4K DLP chip, an incredible throw ratio, and the best smart interface that I've seen on a projector, it looks like LG went out of their way to pack as much as they could into this thing. So the HU85LA uses the 0.66-inch version of the Texas Instruments 4K DLP chip. This chip has a higher native resolution than the 0.47-inch chip that's found in most budget 4K projectors. So it's still using pixel shifting to display a 4K image, but with this chip it only needs to pixel shift twice instead of 4 times, and the result is a noticeably sharper image compared to the competition. Another big difference is the laser system. So instead of a single blue laser, which is common in less expensive laser projectors, this uses a blue laser and a red laser, which helps to produce more accurate color without the use of a color wheel. Another thing that sets it apart from the competition is that it's running LG's WebOS, so it's a true smart projector. So we've seen several projectors that call themselves smart, but they all seem to fall short somewhere. Well, LG has been doing this for years, so they've nearly perfected their smart TV system. So with LG's WebOS, you get access to a ton of streaming apps that actually work the way they're supposed to. So I was able to stream 4K movies from Plex, YouTube, and Netflix, and it even has Bluetooth, so you can connect a set of Bluetooth headphones or speakers, or you can even cache your phone screen to it. And you also get LG's Magic Remote that has a built-in microphone which supports the Google Assistant, so you can use your voice to play music, videos, and even control your smart home devices. And this might actually be my favorite projector remote. It's got all of the buttons that I want, and it can even be used as a universal remote for your devices. And since the projector supports HDMI CEC, you really don't have a need for any other remote. And another benefit you get with this projector is that it can produce a 120-inch image from just over 7 inches away. This makes it the shortest throw 4K projector I've seen, and I didn't have to pull my TV stand farther away from the wall to get it up to 120 inches. And as far as setup goes, setting this projector up is pretty easy since all you need is a TV stand and a screen. So all you have to do is connect everything to the back of it just like you would do with a TV, and use the adjustable feet to get it aligned with the screen. Once you get it aligned on the screen, you can use the focus dial to get the focus dialed in. The only thing you really need to consider is the vertical offset, since you'll need to account for a little over a foot of space between the top of the projector and the bottom of the screen if you go with 120 inches. So what about screens over 120 inches? Well, the HU85LA only officially supports screen up to 120, but I was able to project onto my 135-inch screen with a little bit of softness that some people probably wouldn't notice. Alright, so what kind of screen do you use with this? Well, like most ultra short throws, this projector would work best when paired with a screen specifically made for ultra short throw projectors. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have one of these on hand for this video, but I have had the opportunity to see these in person. And the benefit to these screens is that they reflect light from the bottom and reject light from above. This gives you better contrast and helps improve brightness when there's a lot of ambient light in the room. It also prevents light from reflecting heavily onto the ceiling like you can see here in my basement. Now, painting my ceiling black would help a lot with this, but it is something to be mindful of. That being said, the image on my non-ambient light rejecting screen still looks fantastic, and even with the lights on, the image is bright enough that it doesn't get washed out. Not only is it nice and bright, but with the larger DLP chip, this thing is razor sharp. The color accuracy and black levels are great, and it really does give the feeling of a big TV. Movies as well as TV shows look fantastic, and skin tones and reds also look great thanks to the red laser. And as far as picture modes go, I found that standard mode was a nice medium between vivid and cinema. Vivid mode is heavily saturated and really blue, which is okay for bright rooms, but if you have a light control room, then I recommend changing the color temperature to warm and adjusting the colors a bit. So I've been doing a lot of gaming lately since the whole COVID-19 quarantine, and I'm proud to say that I can officially recommend this projector for casual gamers. I've clocked in at least 50 hours of gaming on this thing, and with instant game mode enabled, you get an input lag around 57 milliseconds, which I found acceptable. And just as a test, I did try turning game mode off to see what it was like, and it was a huge difference. Input lag is just one of those things that can make the game feel terrible, so the inclusion of the instant game response mode is awesome. I was even able to game in 4K HDR, which was also a nice experience. And as far as HDR in general, I found that HDR is always a tall order for a projector, but the HU85LA does a great job. The only place where I can nitpick is certain orange hues at the far end of the color gamut. But the main thing to consider with HDR on the projector is brightness and how well the colors pop. And considering this projector actually produces 2700 lumens, it looks amazing. So earlier I mentioned that there's a pair of 5-watt speakers built into the front of this thing, and I originally thought that 10 watts wouldn't be enough power, but I have to say that the speakers are crystal clear and sound pretty good. Now, they're not gonna blow you away with bass or anything, but what's cool is that the speakers can be used simultaneously with the optical output, so you can connect a subwoofer to it and help out with the lows. And as far as fan noise, this projector is pretty quiet. There is a slight whine, which I've heard from pretty much every laser projector, but it's less noticeable than the others, and it quickly fades into the background once you start watching something. So overall, I have to say that I really like this projector. If you're looking for a 4K projector that you can put pretty much anywhere, game on, and have a huge, bright, and sharp screen from just a few inches away from the wall, then this is a great option. The only things I can nitpick on is minor color gamut limitations for HDR, lack of HLG support, and the price, but considering the features and performance, I can proudly stand behind my decision to give this the best award for best ultra short throw projector. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you found it helpful. As always, if you did, go ahead and make sure you mash that like button for me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.